Roach Motel. It's super easy to sign up, but a nightmare to get out. Think about Amazon Prime. One tap and you're in. But canceling means digging through menus, hitting multiple confirmation screens, and feeling like the system really doesn't want to let you go. Companies do this because friction works in their favor. The harder they make leaving, the more likely you'll just give up and stay subscribed. And it works because of something called status quo bias. We humans are wired to stick with the default rather than face extra effort, even if that effort saves us money. Hidden costs. You think you're buying something for $50, but at checkout, extra charges like shipping, handling, or mysterious service fees push it up to $72. This works because of commitment bias. Once you've gone through the whole checkout process, you're mentally invested. Dropping out feels like wasted effort, so you're more likely to just accept the higher price. Airlines, ticketing sites, and e-commerce shops use this constantly. Bait and switch. You click a button expecting one thing, but it does something completely different. Microsoft once did this with Windows 10 updates. People clicked X to close the window, thinking they canceled, but it actually confirmed the update. Companies pull this trick because it gets them what they want without technically lying. And it works because we rely on patterns. We expect buttons to behave consistently. When they don't, we default to habit and get trapped before realizing what happened. Confirm shaming. This is when companies guilt trip you into doing something. You've probably seen a pop-up saying sign up and save 15% with the decline option reading, no thanks. I hate saving money. Why do they do it? Because shame is a powerful motivator. Nobody wants to feel like the bad choice is theirs. And it works because it taps into social pressure. Even though no one else is watching, the words make you feel judged. Disguised ads. Ever scroll through a website and accidentally click something that looked like content but was really an ad? Yeah, that's not an accident. It's design. Companies do it because attention is money. If they can trick you into clicking, they get paid. And it works because our brains scan quickly. We don't analyze every pixel. If something looks like a regular article or download button, we instinctively trust it until it's too late. Forced continuity. That free trial you signed up for. It turns into a paid subscription automatically, often without a reminder. Gyms, streaming services, even software companies love this one. They do it because forgetting is profitable. If they require you to actively cancel, many people won't. And it works because of simple human nature. We procrastinate, we get busy, and by the time we notice, they've already charged us for another month. Friend spam. This happens when a platform asks for your email or social media access, supposedly to help you find friends, but instead blasts spammy invites to everyone in your contacts, making it look like they came from you. LinkedIn famously did this, tricking users into connecting contacts, which led to millions of unwanted invites being sent out. It backfired hard. They ended up with a $13 million lawsuit. Companies use this tactic because messages from friends feel more trustworthy. If it looks like someone you know is inviting you, you're more likely to sign up. And it works because it hijacks trust. People don't question something that seems personal. Hidden subscription. This is when users are unknowingly enrolled in a recurring payment plan without clear disclosure. A good example is Figma. For a long time, if you invited a teammate and accidentally gave them editing access instead of view only, you'd automatically get charged for a paid seat. The modal didn't clearly warn you that this action would increase your bill. Companies use this tactic because it turns what feels like a free or low-cost product into a steady revenue stream. It works because people assume they'll get a warning before being charged, or they forget to cancel. By the time they notice the surprise bill, the payment has already gone through. Sneak into basket. This happens when something gets added to your shopping cart without you clearly choosing it. For example, airlines used to sneak in extras like travel insurance or seat upgrades by pre-checking boxes. So unless you noticed and removed it, you paid more. Companies do this to boost their average order value without needing you to consciously opt in. It works because many people skim checkout screens and assume everything is standard. You don't notice until after you've paid. Misdirection. This is when a layout is designed to draw your attention one way while hiding what really matters. A classic example is giant accept all buttons for cookies, while the decline option is hidden in gray text. They do this because most people will take the path of least resistance. And it works because our brains are wired to notice contrast, size, and color. If the wrong choice is made more obvious, Our instincts pull us there before logic catches up. Price comparison prevention. This pattern makes it hard to compare different options side by side, so you can't easily figure out what the best value actually is. Take T-Mobile's plan comparison page. At first glance, the three plans look similar, with lots of bold prices and feature lists. But the details that matter most, like taxes, fees, data speed limits, and which perks actually differ between plans, are buried in fine print or spread across separate View Full Plan Details links. You don't get a clear apples-to-apples breakdown unless you dig deep. Companies do this because when comparison is difficult, people default to the middle or slightly more expensive option, the so-called Goldilocks effect. That bumps average revenue per customer. It works because most of us don't want to spend 30 minutes analyzing plan details. If one option seems safer or better, even without full clarity, we'll often just choose it and move on. Privacy Zuckering. Named after Mark Zuckerberg, this is when you're tricked into sharing way more personal data than you planned. Think of apps that ask for your contacts, your location, even your microphone, just to function. Why do they want it? Because data is money. The more they know about you, the more ads they can sell. It works because people trust defaults. If share everything looks like the normal option, most users won't question it. You think you're just setting up an account, but really you've given away more than you intended. Trick questions. Checkboxes like uncheck this box if you don't want to receive marketing emails. That mental gymnastics is deliberate. Companies use it because even a small percentage of people missing the trick means thousands more on their email list. And it works because our brains skim. When we read fast, we default to assumptions instead of carefully parsing every word. Urgency or scarcity. Only 2 left in stock. Or sale ends in 5 minutes. You've seen these before. They're designed to trigger panic buying. Companies use urgency and scarcity because when we think something is about to run out, we act fast instead of weighing our options. It works because of loss aversion. We fear missing out more than we value making the perfect choice. Sometimes scarcity is real, like concert tickets with limited seats, but often it's manufactured urgency, nudging people into decisions they wouldn't make if they had time to think. So there you have it, every dark pattern companies use to trick you online. Which dark pattern have you fallen for? Let me know in the comments. If this helped you spot the tricks, smash that like button and subscribe for more design breakdowns that actually matter.